Hi there, my name is Megan. Um, I just kind of doing a video on how coaching with Mark has helped me tremendously in my fitness journey. I started working with Mark back in 2022, though I met him prior back in 2019 when he was teaching a class my husband and I took, and one of the reasons why I did start working with him is because I saw how motivated he was with my husband. And granted, back in 2019, my husband took his first workout class, and Mark was his first instructor ever he's ever had. And Mark really helped my husband with his nutrition and with his fitness goals. And my husband ended up losing 90 pounds. And so during COVID, with the shutdown happening and everything, I put on weight, with a lot of other people, and I couldn't really work out because it was a shutdown. I put on maybe about 20, 25 pounds. And just being home, I'd have a couple cocktails, during the week, maybe more than that. And not realizing how many calories are in the drinks I'm making, and wasn't making the best choices with my food. And then so in 2022, I decided, maybe I'll start working with Mark because I saw the results my husband had. And oh my gosh, he's been like a godsend. So, I never really kind of looked at what I was eating in the food and the nutrients in it. I knew about working out and everything like that, but he sat with me and he's like, okay, we need to. I just let me see what you're doing. Log your food. Don't make any changes this week. He was, he would have me do what I was doing for a week or two so he could see what I was doing wrong. And so I would log my food, and doing that, I would log say my drinks too, and I'm not realizing how many calories are in a drink too. And so he would call me weekly and get with me and be like, okay, Megan, this isn't good. You could do this. And then I started learning with him about how important, eating your proteins in the morning, eating your healthy fats, kind of like your macros. And I never even heard of it before. And eating your healthy carbs. I used to be like, Mark, I'm doing keto. I don't, I'm not going to eat bread. But then I realized, hey, I do need some healthy carbs. If I do work out, it helps me, especially during my workouts too. So yeah, he would always follow up with me. And the one thing with Mark that I really, really enjoyed is he wouldn't judge me. And so, when I'm having a bad week or something and I wasn't eating the best, he didn't judge me. And that was very humbling because that's so important, how important that is. And then with my workouts, he was teaching me and even my husband the importance of strength training too. Cardio is great too, but lifting weights. He met with me at a gym and he would help me build a workout program. And since 2022, now I'm down almost 35 pounds, and I'm down over 12% body fat. And honestly, my mindset in working with Mark is just he motivated me to do better. And then once I started feeling better, it just kept going more and more. And now I know how important it is to eat your proteins in the morning and eat your and count it. And your calorie intake too is super important too. I used to think, oh, keto, if I do keto, that's where it's at, and I realized maybe keto's not the best thing for me. So, yeah, if, and also too, it's funny because one time I hate running. So I am not a runner. And at the gym one time, I was telling Mark, he was teaching a class, and I go, Mark, I'm not a runner. I don't want to run. And I'm like, I just can't do it, And the thing is why can't you be a runner? And I'm like, huh. Well, yeah, you're right. Why can't I be a runner? Why can't I push myself a little harder and, run faster than I ever have before? And so it's funny because even when I'm on the tread, I always hear that. Why can't I be a runner? And so it helps me to push myself a little bit more. But Mark's been a godsend to my family, and he's worked with my mother-in-law, and he had her tracking food and getting her proteins, and she's 78 years old. So, and I think that's probably his oldest client, but she loved him too. And she losing the inches, and I saw it worked for her because she's, getting older, the bones, and, she's having trouble walking. But I did notice such a huge change in her when she was incorporating protein in her diet and making those lifestyle changes that Mark motivated her to do. He went over to the house and sat with her and helped her. And so, yeah, and we just love Mark. So, but yeah, anybody that's kind of, on the fence of working with Mark, I would say, try it out. And he really, it's not like he's fake about it. He really, really wants his clients to do well. And I noticed it with my husband, and that's why I started working with him. He really wants you guys to do well. And he's changed my lifestyle, and he's changed my husband's lifestyle for the better. And yeah, I mean, we're so grateful for Mark, and he's the best. So I haven't worked with other coaches before, but working with Mark, I don't know if I would want to ever work with another coach again except with Mark. So anyways, uh so just wanted to tell you a little background on Mark and my fitness journey. And, I'm still like, and then I hit my goal, and now I'm like, I'm going to lose another 3 or 4% body fat. So I just keep going. I'm hitting my goals, and yeah, and Mark really, really motivated me. So thank you.